Well, the same day Kathy and I had lunch and talked about hair, I said, I need a song about my pants being too tight. So, and you know, there's only so many times you can blame the dryer, right? So she called me and she said, I've got it, but it's not about your pants being too tight. It's about what we have to look forward to in heaven. And I said, okay, I can do that. That'll be all right. And I always think of my grandmother when I sing this song because my grandmother lived to be 106. After her 106th birthday, she called my mother and she said, Jeanette, I'm worried. My mama said, now, Mom, you are 106. You've only been in a nursing home a year and a half. You're in your right mind. You read the paper every day. You can eat anything you want. You're not very mobile, but, you know, you got your right mind. Mama, what are you worried about? And my grandmother said, I am worried that all of my friends that have gone on to heaven are going to think I didn't make it. That does make sense, doesn't it? Yes. Well, 3 months later, her friends had to worry no more because Grandma raced off to heaven, and we could not believe she had passed on. We could not believe it. At her funeral, the pastor said, we just believe that Mrs. Shanks had such longevity in her life because of her incredible sense of humor. And she had a wonderful sense of humor. He said, we truly believe that's why she lived such a long life. My youngest daughter looked at me and she said, oh, no. We may never get rid of you, Mom. And one last thing about my grandmother's funeral. Oh, my goodness, so many crazy things happened that day. But I have two daughters. My oldest is 23. My youngest is 20. We're in our 6th year of paying for private Christian tuition. That's why I need you to buy everything that's on the product table tonight. Because I'm suffering from extreme maltuition. Yes. But so we sang at my grandmother's funeral. We sang it as well with my soul, and each girl took a verse, and I was just real pleased, and I know my grandma would have loved it, and I was so thankful to be able to do that for her homegoing. And as we exited the stage, the girl who ran the tape let the tape run a little bit long, and it went immediately into the next song that was on the tape, which started like this. It was a song called Down on Grandpa's Farm, and all of a sudden, in the middle of my grandmother's funeral, this big cow goes, and everybody died laughing because my grandmother, at one point in her life, one of the grandkids called her Grandma Cow. She always owned a cow. She loved cows, and it ended up being a very appropriate part of her funeral. In fact, my mother said my favorite part was when the cow mooed for Grandma. Yeah. So I celebrate my grandma's homegoing, and I celebrate what we have to look forward to, because girls, I can't wait for my white robe in heaven. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait for my white robe in heaven. It will come in one color, one size. 'Cause when I'm in my white robe in heaven, there'll be room for my glorified thighs. When I walk down the streets of gold, my tummy I won't have to hold. Its fabric my figure will hide from the front, the back, and side. When I meet you at the eastern gate, I won't worry about my weight or wonder if I'm underdressed, 'cause I'll always